we dive into this, because Ontario Premier Doug Ford, he is maybe something you never expected, maybe starting a fashion trend. A fashion trend. Canada is not for sale hats. So I don't know if you know this, they have been flying out of the website, just flying off the shelves. Ford was wearing it when he arrived at a meeting between the premiers and the Prime Minister in Ottawa recently. So what do we make of this hat and the message behind it?
Can I be honest? I want one of those hats. I'm gonna be very honest with you. And I'm gonna tell you, the student has become the teacher. This is right out of the Donald Trump playbook. And you know Donald Trump likes to take credit for things that he didn't do? This is something he actually could take credit for and be like, hey, Dougie, you're welcome. Because what do you do when all the bad stories are about you and you're trying to distract people? Well, you come up with something, some other distraction, and you get everybody over here. Because if you think about it, no one's talking about Doug Ford and that Greenbelt fiasco. No one's talking about the Ontario Science Centre fiasco. No one's talking about the guest list at his daughter's wedding. No one's talking about that.
Yeah.
All we're talking about is the fact that he seems to be the leader, and the timing of our Prime Minister resigning just last week, where Canadians are feeling like, who's our leader? Who do we look to? And there's Dougie, chest up, awkward smile, hat on, going, we're not for sale, America. This is brilliant, to the point where I'm like, this is what you do to change the narrative as a politician.
Ah,
to the point where it's
interesting.
working on me, and I know better.
See, the funny thing is, you say that you think Trump will say you're welcome. I think he'll say, I created that trend and I want to cut. Don't you feel like that is very
He'll put a tariff
Donald
on
Trump?
that.
Do you think it's going to backfire? Do you think it's going to backfire and tick off Trump?
I don't think Trump cares.
No.
He'll be like, look at what people in Canada are doing. I don't think he truly cares. I don't want a hat. I really like the United...
Not even a little bit?
No, but if I did get one, I'd get one that fits. Poor Dougie. Just a little too small.
Yeah.
But like, I'm all here for this United Team Canada approach. Like, I really, it's so refreshing to me. I remember Doug Ford sat down with Dominic LeBlanc, who's our Finance and Intergovernmental Affairs Minister, the other day. And he came out of that meeting and he used the words to describe Canada's tariff plan as phenomenal. He said, this is a solid plan. I have never in my lifetime heard politicians from different parties speak so glowingly about each other. So I really like...
Almost all. We've got Danielle Smith, the outlier, who was not on board with any of this. She will not be wearing... Alberta Premier Danielle Smith.
Almost all, I should say. But you bring up a good point. Like, all the premiers, almost all, met with Justin Trudeau. They came out. Doug Ford is saying things like country first. So I like the Team Canada approach. For me, the reason I won't be buying this merch is because my relationship with the Canadian flag has changed.
In what way?
Well, when I was growing up, I loved the flag. I have family members who immigrated to this country, and they love what that maple leaf stands for.
Okay.
Now, when I drive through my community every weekend, there's a bridge in our town, and it is full of Canadian flags, people from the F. Trudeau movement holding vile signs of doctored photos of Justin Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland. And I have to explain to my kids what's going on.
Oh, that's
so
horrible.
for me, the flag has been co-opted in a way that while I love the message, I don't love the merch.
Well, could this eventually turn that around? Is that the positive spin, that maybe this kind of pride? And listen, I got my own issues with this, but just as a floating idea, like, could this start a groundswell of, like, maybe reframing?
Rebranding and getting back to what it was. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I love the hat. Wow. I can't believe I'm saying it, right?
Me either, but I said it with my whole chest.
Here I am. And I'll tell you why. There's a saying out there that nothing unites humans quite like a common enemy. And what has happened is, in a divided country, we're having left versus right. That's not just an American problem. That's a Canadian problem as well. And for the first time in a long time in my life, everyone is Team Canada. And whether or not it's just the premiers and the Prime Minister getting together, but this hat is so symbolic of a moment right now. And we have to approach it this way, because not only is Trump coming into office and promising these tariffs, he's actually shown us he did it to us before. The last time was March 2018. He says, I'm going to put 25% tariffs on your steel. He did it. I'm going to put 10% tariffs on your aluminum. He did it. He's not bluffing. Folks, this is not a drill. We have to get ready. The fact that it is Premier Doug Ford leading the charge because we have a lame duck Prime Minister, I'm sorry to use those words, it sounds so mean.
No, he's on his way out.
He's on his way out. Who is coming in to say, Team Canada, protect us? Danielle Smith, get on board.
No. Listen, I I love the idea of a unified Canada, and I think that that's the right move. I don't like the idea of this merch, and I'll tell you why. For the exact same reasons that you said, it is a page out of Donald Trump. He used the same font, for example. And the thing is, it's
such good trolling.
It's not trolling though. I think it's actually him just being like literally picking up the playbook. Oh, yeah. I'm a politician who is known for some criminal behavior. He is under investigation still by the RCMP. Doug Ford is. Let's not take our eye off that.
But no one's talking about that
No one's
today.
talking about that. But that's a Donald Trump play. It's like, oh, you're accusing me of doing criminal activity? Look over here. I'm going to distract you with taking over Canada. Like, he literally, that is his playbook. So do not take your eye off the prize. We can hold two things at once. We can want a united Canada and also hold our politicians to account and watch them when they're doing political maneuvering, trying to
but I think the eye is already off the prize. But we're gonna.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.